This Metatainment production is brought to you today by the Samurai Aquatics and Décor Metaventure. Scan that QR code or click that link in the description and dive yourself headfirst into the Samurai Aquatics Discord server to pleasure your peepers on our current and future range of outdoor decor.
Established in April 2021, Upland Development United is the oldest and most exclusive and transparent no development collaborative in the Upland Metaverse. Contact Morecheese at 68 for more information. Warning! This podcast is produced by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and contains unsolicited and heavily biased opinions which are solely the views of the individuals involved. It does not include investment advice of any kind, and you are responsible for undertaking your own financial, including tax liability research relevant to your own individual circumstances.
Taking over the Upland. Upland Development United. Total meta domination.
G'day and thank you for listening to or watching the UD podcast. This is year 3, number 106, presented by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment, Morecheese, and me, Ben68, featuring co-host Dak, Joe Lives, TheAgency, TB125, and Uplando. Members from the Upland Development United team, and of course, general Upland community members. Today's show is recording either live on either Tuesday the 20th or Wednesday the 21st of May. What did I say, May? June, depending on where you're at. I'm stuck in the past. See, I always tell you I'm stuck in the past, Cheese.
I like it. I'm stuck.
Speaking of that, how are you doing this morning?
Just fine. Awesome.
All things considered, yes.
Yeah.
All right. This week, as always, we'll catch up on some crypto and Upland market news, and then we'll run through our co-host segments. We'll also hear from the X. We'll check in on the current neighborhood rating score testing event currently going in the Genesis Node Midtown Terrace in San Francisco. And of course, we'll go over some of the latest news and events happening in the Upland Metaverse. And if we have time, we'll try to squeeze in a QIPS. And of course, we'll give away a prize or two to one of our live participants. So as we always do, let's jump straight into the breaking beta news.
I want to say something. CJ asked if I'm curious to how Ben is doing, and the short answer is no.
No.
No,
I'm here. It's 4 a.m. So if I'm here at 4 a.m., I'm doing pretty good.
I talked to Ben like this morning already. So we already talked for like whatever. We're good.
Yes. All right.
Ben, you good? Are you good, right, Ben? Are you good?
As good as can be expected, as you said, yes. At 4 a.m. on a workday, yes. All right. Oh, actually, no, it's not a workday for me. I've got the day off, but because I have to run errands for one of my sons. So this recording will probably go up very late today. We'll see how we go. So, of course, if you're watching on the YouTubes or the Spotify, you won't know. You'll just be wondering why it was late. That's why. Crypto market cap is still over 1 trillion, looking pretty healthy, actually, 3.6% boost up, and people are still piling into Bitcoin. Dominance up 2.5%, just flirting now with 49%, which is good. The actual market's a bit all over the place. It seems from a big picture kind of thing that people are maybe piling into the whatever you would call the blue chips. Bitcoin, Ethereum up, Engines just had some big news, Solana's up. And everything else that we cover is pretty much down, although Shiba and Gala have had a boost too. Anything on anybody's radar there as far as the cryptos? No, shaking heads.
No, but I will say, Metaverse or Buck is in here. He had a really good idea about adding, because, all right, so Upland, a little sneaky peeky Upland, it's not my part yet, but Upland has opened the portal to ETH. So now we can, I didn't read anything about it because I've never prepared whatsoever. Ooh. But yeah, is anywhere from 20,000 UPX to 50,000 UPX to pass it through. Well, people, that's the price of gas for ETH. That's why I do my shit on Matic.
$20 to $50 sounds pretty standard. Yeah.
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 And the fact that you could pay in UPX is incredibly awesome. Like, thank you for that, Upland.
Yep.
But yeah, we need to put that in there.
Yes, we'll see if we can find there's an easy way to track that, and we'll patch it in. Uplandy stuff, 90-day averages, a little bit of a boost on the transaction volume, and pretty still flat on the trading volume. Unique active wallets, another 5% drop. And total unminted properties, we had 2,200 properties minted through the week. We do have some news that Sao Paulo is getting a massive expansion, so that's all going to change pretty soon. The city markets, take these with a grain of salt. I was running a bit late this morning, so I just used Upex. Upex Land, is it? I just used their overview to get the stats. So some of those capture the people that are in jail that have their locked property. So, grain of salt with some of them. But a bit all over the place. Again, the USD outers and the Upex flippers in San Francisco, Manhattan, Rutherford, London, we're all going hammer and tongs at it. But what do we got here? Anything standing out? Manhattan up 11% on the USD, back to just under $35. Everything else, a bit all over the place. Oh, look at Rutherford. Rutherford's had a boost too. Was $15 last week, up to just under $18 this week, but flat on the UPX. Because that's flat like that, it's probably a locked property, I would imagine. So as I said, grain of salt on those, and that's all we're going to do because we've got a lot to cover today. So we're just going to blitz through it. All right, this is that part where I hand it over to you, Cheese, and then you do your thing.
Yeah, there's so much Upland to talk about. My God, Uplando, take it away.
Thank you, Uplando. Thank you, Uplando.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we'll go into a little Upland stuff. Look, the biggest, latest, greatest, and long-awaited announcement is the NFT portal update. It's interesting. This is for ETH. So we currently have a working model for Wax to bring in those blockchain hero NFTs into your in-game wallet. But now we've got and we still don't have a way out, but for the Ethereum part of this NFT portal, which is ETH, there is a walkthrough there. You're able to take what is otherwise the first asset, block explorers, and get those across by connecting your MetaMask wallet over to Ethereum. Now, I think Jackie Sai is already on Ethereum, so you can kind of get an idea of what the market is for these types of assets. However, block explorers are the core, I guess, identity, if you will, for the game of Upland. So as more and more people get acclimated to this, you do see the gas fees before you transfer them over. They are a little bit pricey, so it will be interesting to see as those assets go on to Ethereum, and the game of Upland has an asset that's front and center on a marketplace such as this, so like an OpenSea. Cheese, how far else did you want me to go into?
In regards to the Ethereum, like whatever you think is important to touch on.
I think that it's good exposure. I like that they're doing this. I think more assets will come, and it is a bit of a learning curve to get in there and actually make it work. But it's a good start. I will say
it's a great start. Like,
yeah.
I've been waiting for this for a while. This is pretty awesome. Now we could port them in. Can we port them out? Like someone was saying here, they were having a hard time getting it into their MetaMask. Like, can we port stuff out of Upland now, or is that later?
You can. That I understand that you can't. I have yet to go through the entirety of the walkthrough, but there does seem to be also a reclaim feature on that as well, which we don't have for the Wax side. So I'm going to mess with it a bit. I've got some block explorers, and if you're in line for a block explorer, if you don't have ETH and you want to get yourself a block explorer, you head right over to H&M in Fresno, right there in California. Go to Uplando's, you pick yourself up a block explorer, get yourself in the game, you roam yourself around. You never know. You never know what can happen. So yeah. Other than that, for updates that are here in Upland, there is a lot. So I think it's best keep your eyes for the Sao Paulo expansion. We have Tokyo, we've got other things that are coming in. It's an avalanche of stuff, so it's going to be hard to pick and choose. More and more spreading thin. Angela?
Well, what else is out there for Upland? Anything else that's new?
Yeah, do you want me to go into the fantasy part of what we got going on now? Or later?
Wait, for your project?
Yes.
No. You're the finale.
Okay, that's good. That's fine. It's fine. The part of the Upland of what we have, they just announced several different things. Look, this is the avalanche that is after Genesis. So in going into what we have there, it's a lot. We've got, I think, probably a marketing push that's coming. So you'll see a lot of what's going to be onboarding and membership drive into Upland via their partner program. And you're going to learn more about some of the partners that are here today. So that's going to be very exciting. And I think that that's going to, again, it's kind of this reverberation. You work through your partners to get the most exposure that you possibly can. And I think those who are already invested into the game and know Upland, they're going to be your biggest trumpeters of this, of what would otherwise be helping to onboard and bring people in as a membership drive. So that's kind of the wrap up.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And then we have the Sao Paulo expansion. We could talk more on that later.
Yeah, as it's an expansion for an already existing area, I think that, prior to just being Berlin, my sights are on Tokyo. I'm not stopping till Tokyo dawn. I'm going full in Akira here, so you know how it is.
Yeah, I agree. I'm the same.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Uplando.
You're on mute, Jed.
You muted yourself halfway through, CJ.
Oh, sorry. Is it specific block explorers or is it all block explorers that you can port over?
That I know of right now, it's just it's all block explorers, the category as block explorers. So anything can go over there outside of the default block explorers that you get in the different cities that you land in. So buses and the water fountain, those can't be ported over.
All right.
Everything else.
And the Metaverse has just reminded me in chat that the Jackie Sai Metaskulls is probably going to be higher in value now. So I actually just went to my shop and just unlisted the one I had up for sale. So thanks, Metaverse.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks for having me on for the Upland part.
No worries.
And you'll be on later. Sorry, Ben. Go
You're
ahead.
right.
I'll be on a little later. Yeah.
All right, we'll throw it over to TB. Are you there, mate?
Hello, I am indeed. Reporting from yet another random country in the world. Luckily, my background never changes. Well, this week has been interesting, and I'm sorry I missed you all last week, by the way. I was stuck on an aeroplane, but there has been a shocking uptick in sales of or movements of various legits. Not shocking in terms of visually represented it on many of the graphs, but actually stuff has almost doubled in numbers of sales, which, depending on how you look at it, is really good or not that great. But it is nice to see some movements in things. The biggest mover this week, weirdly, has been NFLPA legits, which was a surprise to me because actually that was the one thing that really nothing new came out of it for Genesis Week and all of that. So I'm not sure what has led to that, but it was certainly interesting to see. FIFA stuff, quite a lot of FIFA legits moving, not from my store this week, interestingly, but somewhere around the metaverse they are shifting. There are a lot of new FIFA stores that have popped up in the last couple of weeks as well. So Upland's definitely coming good on their meta venture releases finally, which I suspect is also having an impact on the numbers of sales and movements of all of these things that are showing up. But I'm looking forward to Shak's release in a few weeks' time, ready for all of the legits that I'm gonna do battle with for people. So that'll be fun. I put a few rare ones aside, see if I can help pique some interest in that at some point. So that could be an entertaining one to go for at some point. Yeah, those have been the two big movers. Interestingly, Block Explorers actually has been down the last few days. There's been sort of the lowest number of moves has been Block Explorers and also structural ornaments and map assets. None of those have really been shifting a lot. I've actually spent the last couple of days scooting around the entire Upland metaverse, just picking up cheaply listed things off those. So I feel like most of the trades that are showing for the last few days are me just scooping up the odd things here and there, just on the off chance that there's some good deals to be had. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, as a general thing, I would say upward trend in movements on those. Remains to be seen how much of that is related to Genesis Week announcements that happened and how much of it is just down to the additional quantity of meta ventures that have been released. But I think the next interesting thing to track is just going to be how successful some of those meta ventures are and how much effort people put into them. Still, I think we're going to need a lot more functionality for some of these things to really bring them alive. But with some of the projects that are up and coming, it's definitely going to add to it, I would say. And then finally, on the cars side of things, USD prices for cars continue to drop and drop to the point where if you've got some USD to spend, you can get them for an absolute steal at the moment. The UPEX prices are still holding fairly firm though. Looking around 80 to 90,000 for the baseline series 2s and 4s, which is still not a bad buy. There's plenty going on below mint there if people want to grab those from around the bazaars. And there's been an interesting trade in the Upland go-karts or the Genesis go-karts, just because of the access to the beta that it's been offering. So those have actually been shifting for some quite significant sums of money, which it'll be interesting to see whether that was a good investment or not over time for people who have picked them up.
Do you know what they've been going for, roundabouts?
I do, because I bought one off somebody for $150 and sold it for 270,000 UPEX.
Nice.
But I know a couple of other people who have sold them for upwards of $250. So there's definitely a mini market for those at the moment in the racing community, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I think that's about it for legits from me for this week. Are there any questions?
As always, where should we go if we want one of the bargains on something you've talked about? You said you're gobbling up. I imagine you're gobbling those up for cheap in USD and then relisting them for good prices in UPX as well.
Well, I'm actually doing it the other way around. I'm playing a bit of your game with the properties. I'm buying them cheap in UPEX and then selling them even cheaper in USD.
Nice.
Just sort of having a go at that game, but through the Meta Ventures side of things. But pretty much if you click on any of the orange dots in Vegas, there's about a 1 in 3 chance that you're going to find one of mine right now, which is kind of fortunate. But I highly recommend Fremont Fanatics that you can see in the background here up on Sharon Road in Las Vegas for your football legits. Get some super cheap ones. I've got some listed as low as 99 UPEX right now, which is going to be a bargain when you want to go and get involved with some of the ladies soccer that's coming up.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's good to see, mate. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Cheese, did you have anyone you want to squeeze in, or should we head it over to
the hot boys?
The hot boys. All right. Over to you, Robbo. Oh, is Dak in?
Howdy.
Sorry. Oh, we kind of missed
Oh,
Dak.
Dak's here.
Okay.
Sorry.
Who's going? Who's going? Ben.
Whoever's ready.
Whoever's ready.
Okay, I'll go.
Sorry,
real
Dak.
fast. All right, so racing, the big news is people are playing with those go-karts, kind of to TV's point. People want to get in on how racing is going to work in the future. Go-karts is the experimental model that Upland is using. One group that is kind of pushing, they registered a whole bunch of go-kart drivers for their testing of racing is Mahoney Metaverse Motors with Mahoney Metaverse Holdings. They registered like 11 go-kart drivers to race, maybe more. And part of their strategy is to pick the winners of these kinds of time trials and bring them onto the team. So they're actually kind of doing tryouts for future racing. And they did very well in the URL Champions Cup series. So I could see them getting pretty serious about racing. So they were doing a whole go-kart thing with some serious prizes being awarded. So I think that also helps drive the cost of these go-karts, because there are folks who are very interested in are actually thinking forward on racing and then the impact of controlled cars in the racing mechanics and understanding the racing mechanics ahead of everyone else. So that's really good. Check out Mahoney Metaverse Holdings if you haven't seen what they're doing, but they do a lot with racing and everything. Another thing, going back to URL real quick, we have started to register individuals. We have NFT holders as a role now. If you have a URL NFT, it is a limited edition 500 print run that was done by Metaverser, who's here. We are going to start registering people with the NFTs, and then we're also going what we're doing. We're actually Mass Chef organized a giveaway for everyone who gets a URL NFT, registers that URL NFT by Sunday of this week. So June 25th, I think it is. So by June 25th, get yourself registered with the URL NFT, and you'll have an opportunity to win a MV Motors car, a 4E. So another nice way to get a car if you haven't been able to get one. To get the URL NFTs, then we also have Addo from Lake Wacomas. They're doing a whole big giveaway. I mean, they're giving away like 8-10 URL NFTs to people who are staking on their property. You know, they have some properties that are going up, and so they're giving away URL NFTs, which is a great way for race commissioners to build up their neighborhoods, to build up the tracks that they've been working on. And I think that that's one of the key elements that I always talk about with URL is that we're community racing. And this is an example of how the community starts to come together through different initiatives to kind of build up communities, build up the tracks, build up the excitement around the neighborhoods and so forth. And then finally, part of the reason we started all this was because off the cuff, I mentioned that I want to do a Genesis giveaway of the swag I got from Genesis Week that I'm not going to use. Well, it turned out to organize that raffle, we needed to do a lot of other things. And so Mass Chef has kind of gotten me on on the straight and narrow now. And many of you who know Mass Chef is the guy that does operations. So I talk about it, he does it. So shout out to Mass Chef. So yeah, so once we have everyone registered, with their URL NFTs and everything else, then we're going to do a Genesis Week raffle probably next week or early the week after that. Maybe it's a 4th of July Genesis Week countdown continuation kind of thing. So there is definitely a lot of stuff. Another community that's doing a car giveaway and actually should be a lot of fun is a game night with Elijah and Bleurain on the Real Node LA, June 24th, Saturday, June 24th. They're doing a game night, $100,000 UPIX being given away, a S2 being given away. So if you want to win another opportunity at winning a car, check out the Real Node LA. And yes, those go-karts are definitely exciting. I know people have been picking them up. I know some people have more than one now. So it's going to be interesting since they are limited to 350. And that's what I got for now.
Nice. Thank you, Dak. That was awesome.
Absolutely. Cheese, did you want to squeeze in your raffle now? Are you ready to go with that? Or should we hold that off?
It should be really quick. We could do it really quickly.
All right.
So last week, nobody came forward with the raffle ticket to claim their prize from Genesis Week. So I'm taking 2 more tickets. I have the tickets in here with the stickers, so it's really hard to grab any. Jesus Christ.
Jesus table, the most fun table to actually pet while you were there at Genesis.
Yeah, he had fun petting my table.
Actually, Morecheese is just trying to figure out who she wants to award.
It's
There's no names on here. They're just numbers.
All right, I'm ready to write them down, Cheese. What do we got?
All right. Oh God. 977-5495.
Yep.
And 977-5506. So we'll also have those numbers. I'm going to write them down right now here. If you have those, contact me and we will do any piece of decor that you want.
Except for the Samurai Surfer. Speaking of which, if you look in your swag bag, if you have a special sticker that has the wave with a samurai on it, then you get a Samurai Surfer. So make sure you look in your swag bag.
There you go.
All right. Thank you for that, Cheese. And over to you, Joe and Rob. Sorry for that confusion before, boys.
No problem. Welcome to episode number 33 of
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Thank
I
you.
like the way CJ dances along with it.
I was dancing.
Aw.
Anyway, we got Joe in here, which is wonderful.
Yes.
Take it away, Joe.
Jojo, you're muted just in case you don't know, Joe.
Oh, I was getting feedback. Maybe hang on. Maybe I gotta unmute him. Where is he?
There we go.
There we go, buddy.
Okay.
Welcome.
Right. Yeah, thanks. I just realized I gotta check my ticket. I was looking for it. Okay, so we got some exciting news and something to look forward to. Atomic Hub is having a week-long game fest, which is this Monday through Sunday. It's got to host a game with over 3,000 prizes. I'll give a brief description of each game and how to take part in.
Avalon the Druids is there. Sorry, I got excited. Woo!
Yeah.
Wasn't that Zeus?
Huh? Say that again.
Is that Zeus or what's shoot.
Nuno?
Yeah. Anyway, never mind. Sorry. But yes, look who's there.
Okay, so June 19th, started us off with Crittercraft. Dodge spinning blades, avoid logs, and avoid those grub explosions in these popular stream games. You needed to register. You need to register before it starts. So I missed this one, which is probably the only one I had a chance at. Today was June 20th, Warsaken, Fight for the Supremacy in this innovative military-themed post-apocalyptic collectible card game. Wednesday, so you still have time to register for this one, is Blockchain Brawlers. Lock up with your opponents in this highly competitive wrestling-based trading card game. Thursday, June 22nd, Dark Country. Keep your competitive streak in this back-and-forth acclaimed American Gothic card game. Friday, June 23rd, for some of our contributors here, Cheese Deck, we have a favorite. Yes, Avalon, mount your dragon and stand face-to-face with your foes in this striking MMORPG. Saturday, June 24th, we have Forge Arena. Work alongside your friends to defeat your opponent in this hugely anticipated 5v5 arena shooter. Sunday, June 25th, Cryptia compete to reach the furthest floor in this fan favorite PvE rogue-like card battler. For many of these, you needed to sign up before the tournament day starts because I know we have some Avalon fans. I'll let you know that one, a little bit more about it. Europe, it starts June 23rd, 1600 UTC. Check-in starts at 1430 UTC. And for North and South America, it's June 24th at 3 UTC, and check-in is at 1:30. It's important to remember players need an Avalon June tournament pass to join the tournament. They can be purchased on Atomic Hub. Also, to make sure to sign up before the tournament day, and the players must check in on Blue Mint in the check-in window and join the Blue Mint Discord to play. Please see the links in the Atomic Hub Game Fest in the description. So I just want to say that I think this is really cool, and I think it's something that WAC should keep up to maintain a healthy ecosystem. I've also noticed a lot of the games are card or very simple. It seems like Avalon is the most robust game in this lineup here.
The best. Fire. Freaking fire. Own businesses in there, own houses, mounts. I'm trying to get them into Upland. It's going to be awesome.
Sweet.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. Yes.
Fuck yeah. All right. So next we have a Funko drop. And that's happening today, 11 a.m. PT. So that's out. And if you like clowns and sewers, this one's for you.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, that's so cool.
So as you might be able to see, it's for the new Chapter 3 It movie. Which, so Pennywise is back clowning around, but I guess it's going to be a little wait for the movie to come out. They're saying sometime in 2024. So.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to go see that. The physical redeemables for this go round, starting with the Grail, is a Pennywise Defeated, and those have $9.99 available. The legendaries are Patrick Hockstetter, Evil Lumberjack, a Leper, and Henry Bowers. Each of the legendaries have 1,800 available. And the royalty is a Freddy Funko as Pennywise in Meltdown Edition. And those have 2,500 of those. So that is pretty awesome. And they're out today.
Very cool. Okay, next up we have Drawn Company. They're having a drop of their Series 4 action figures. I have to admit, I'm kind of excited about this. I'm going to try and grab a Jesus action figure. I actually do have a little Jesus toy collection in real life, so I'm excited to add some digital swag here.
I gotta see that
Hallelujah.
later. I gotta see that later, Joe.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately, they're not dropping the Jesus action figures on Sunday. Blasphemous. It's actually going to be on June 23rd at 1900 UTC, which is 11 a.m. California time.
Excellent. Hell yeah. Since we all love free, Futures Relic, to get it right, has a free Telegram postcard drop on Saturday, 1800 UTC, 10 a.m. PT. So if you head over, the link will be in the description, and you need to be logged in and ready to claim one because there's only 20. So be there, be square. And this is the second correspondence postal card from a curious traveler. So that is something that you'll be able to be blended with other NFTs. I don't know much about it yet, but had to mention since most of the stuff we bring up does cost something. So, and just a friendly reminder, it is a filmmaking and technical know-how collection type game with an artistic flair in an intricate and hypnotic and engaging way. So that will wrap up this 33rd episode of
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. We really need to get Dak back in here with his freaking twerking, though.
I know. I agree. But yeah, thank you guys. Have a great day.
Oh,
I don't
Dak.
know what you're talking about, cheese.
We have a camera. All right, so shall we introduce one of the big level 2 projects coming into Upland right now that I'm really excited about. I'm a gamer. I like to shoot things. I'm a big zombie killer or whatever. I'll kill anything, whatever. Just give it to me. I'll shoot it. The X. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, great to be here.
Thank
Very
you for
exciting.
coming. Yeah, thank you for coming. Please tell us about your game. I see your background going around and it looks really freaking cool. Lieutenant Dan there, that you had the faces talking and whatnot. That was really cool. Tell us more about this.
Yeah, sure. I'll jump in there first. First, thanks for having us here. This is an awesome platform. What a great group of people. So many different personalities. This is awesome. Thank you, Cheese. Really appreciate you and Ben for bringing us up here. We're really excited about bringing this project to Upland. The X has been in the works for almost 10 years. We didn't know where it was going to evolve to. But it's very exciting that we're here and we're bringing our first fort, our meta fort, to Upland. And inside that fort, we have different experiences we're going to be launching. And our first experience is a range experience that we brought to Genesis Week. We brought it to Genesis Week in 2 different forms: a virtual reality experience and a PC-based experience as well. And this is our first, step forward by bringing this mini game to Upland. But we hope to, of course, build and grow within this metaverse. Upland is just is the most exciting place to be right now for us. We were looking to partner with a metaverse of this scale, and our you could call them some of our founders, but our commanders. 2 of them that's on here, and one of our captains, Sean Marr. But we got S.A. Sero and we got Satoshisview on here, and they really had a vision of helping us bring this, X NFT collection to Upland and our game experiences to Upland. And here we are, very close, till we launch our first mini game.
That's awesome. I had a chance to come to your booth and play around with it, play with the different guns, and I really enjoyed the sniper the most. It was I like to do headshots, and like it had a lot of mechanics to it that you don't really see in some games, like you were able to put it on a table, you were able to like scope it out, and then like the fact that you have to like put the ammo in, and then pull the lever back, and then when the ammo's done you have to take it out. It's really cool how in-depth it is, and like how real it is. Like for when do you think this will be coming in? Because I can't wait to start.
Yeah, it's like I mean, we have our site set on July 4th. If we could bring this to go live then. But nothing's set in stone right now. The fort is being built. We have community around Arlington, Texas, all helping put spark on it and build this fort up. And we're trying to time it right. Sean, if you want to jump in there too, with a little bit more details, but that's what we're aiming for.
Yeah, exactly. That's the date. Again, thank you guys for having us. This has been a really incredible journey, from starting with Satoshisview and SA and getting introduced into Upland, and just getting addicted to the game itself, which has started to happen with me. I'm Blizzly in the game, and also on Twitter as well. But I got my Rio property stacking. I got my Arlington property stacking. I got Playa Vista. So and starting to do my copy. This is exactly what we always imagined, which was being able to connect to. We're not trying to build a metaverse. We built a meta fort, and in that meta fort, it's made up of a series of mini games that you're going to get first exclusively. When we met with Martin, and he challenged us and said, "We want you to do this. We want VR, and we know you can bring this to Upland, and we're really bullish on that." And we were able to accomplish that. But inside of our meta fort, is the micro version is inside of Upland. It's really a giant fort in Arlington. I don't know if you guys have taken a peek at it and where it's at in development. It looks awesome. Great. That's the first time I've ever seen something like that, like in time elapse, starting to build. So it's very exciting. All of these experiences are integrated with real life brands. So whether it's Syndicus or it's CEO or it's any of those areas, are branded experiences that you get to, just like in Upland, with actual in real life weapons manufacturers, state of the art, tactical, lifestyle. All of these companies, we have literally over a dozen branded partners. Ghost Robotics, some of the biggest names in the space, and in the industries. And these are digital twins. Our commanders, Satoshi and SA. Satoshi is, SA is Napoleon. And all of those are real digital twins. When we use that term, I know it's becoming more mainstream with NVIDIA a couple of weeks ago at their big conference, that they're using digital. It's becoming prevalent everywhere. And our goal is to bring not only the digital twin of weapons and tactical items and gear and headdress. You can see the detail. Obviously, it's a little bit with the frame rate with Zoom. But these are exactly what's in a billionaire's collection. These are what never see the light of day. And yet these are assets that our Legionnaires are able to own. And you guys mentioned earlier about interoperability. You'll be able to take these from Upland into we built it like that. And we built it from day one on Ethereum, layer one. And then we also use Polygon, but we're going to be able to use this bridge. We're very excited about it. And all these are assets. These are all individual in-game assets that are digital twins, and the actual digital memories of the commanders we're resurrecting as well. So basically, if you took G.I. Joe and you mixed it with Call of Duty and then you mixed it with Risk, that would be a great way to simply surmise what the Web3 social gaming platform is all about. It's a very big project. It's a lot to unpack. And what we were able to do is reduce it down to this first game with immediate utility for Upland, which is that mini range, tournament range, which ties into earning UPIX and ties into weekly tournaments. But it also ties in digital assets that you'll own, and also have individual game mechanics. So the pistol, when you upgrade the pistol, it's going to give you better accuracy or speed. And then the bolt action rifle from Sin is going to give you better. All of these things have real game mechanics and real actual utility immediately when we go live. And we're really excited to that. And then the assets that come will upgrade your game, and you'll be able to have those in-game assets, what we call weapons packs. And by the way, they're tied to an in real life actual digital twin. And that's what's really there's nothing fake in our ecosystem, in our universe. It's all from the past, the present, or the future that's not even been released into the civilian population yet because of our partners. So I could keep going on forever, but I want to turn it back over.
And we're gonna July 4th. That's exciting. I can't wait for that. And I'll announce it now. We usually keep our guest secret until then, but I can't help it, Ben. I'll have to just ask for forgiveness later from you. We're gonna have the X on this Friday on the Wine and Cheese recording, which comes out on Saturday at 12 o'clock. Thank you guys again for coming and sharing what you did. I can't wait to hear more about it. If you want to chill out and hang with us for the rest of the show, if you guys can't, I understand. It's crazy busy right now. I'm really a chicken without a head myself. But thank you so much for coming on, and I can't wait to talk to you more about this on Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. We look forward to it. We're honored, and thanks for spending so much time with us in Genesis, our Superfest at the booth. And you were oh man, it was great. It was great. And your husband's like, she's the gamer. I'm not the gamer. What are you talking? I'm the computer.
I'm the Uplander. We're both gamers.
Uplander.
Yes.
He's he was a software engineer too, right?
Yes.
And right. You guys, I really appreciate all the time and just the great energy that that's what made that such a special event for us, coming from you guys, and such a warm welcome from everybody, from the top brass to the newest player. So thank you.
Thank you as well. Thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
We have Grom here from Upland Kingdoms. Oh my God. So this is another great one that I remember coming to your booth and talking to you about this. And I'm excited for every level 2. I want to play every single one of them. Can you tell us more about this, Grom? Freaking hair.
Yeah, sure. Can everyone hear me first off? I don't think I've used this computer to stream anything. Perfect. So I built more or less a city builder type game on top of Upland. It uses your own properties as kind of your kingdom. So each city in the game kind of works as a separate kingdom. It's kind of its own distinct thing. So what you want to do is you want to build up your properties, build farms, build blacksmiths, raise an army, and eventually you're going to want to battle other players in game to become the top dog of any particular city. We just wrapped up our beta, and if you've been on Discord, you've probably seen all the chatter about the dev shops getting place and the full release of it. So the game's restarted right now. People are in there playing it. It's really exciting and kind of fun trying to fix all the bugs people are finding right away on release here. So
yeah, and I know Bleurain has put out a guide for this, which really helped me a lot, because coming into it, it was a little bit of a learning curve. So she put out a guide. Will you be coming out with like any more kind of like guides to help out, or any more updates in the near future?
Well, probably not a video guide. I'm not the biggest video maker in the world here, but I do have a guide page on the website, and there is a quick start guide there, which I do need to rework. It's a bit text dense, and now I got a cat in front of me here. But I've been trying to get as much stuff in there. Yeah. This is Agate, by the way. Say hi, Agate.
Hi. Oh my God, she's beautiful.
We have a bad track record with cats in this show, so watch your face.
Human Sim. Oh, that was a great episode. I'm sorry, go on.
Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I was talking about the guide. And so, I've been trying to put, a lot more of the, the idea, the game mechanics and what buildings you can do and what, worker types do what in there. But I think one of the big things I need to do over the next week is rewrite the quick start guide to make it a bit more comprehensive right now.
Yeah, that would be cool, because like I got into it, and then like me and Uplando were playing it together actually, and then like his people died or whatever. He doesn't know how to get them back, and it was really fun, and then we couldn't play anymore. So I want to keep playing it. Do you know if there's going to be any more expansions? Because I don't own that much Texas. I know you said it in Genesis Week, but I never want to like say it and then things change, so I'll let you say it.
Yeah, sure. So eventually, ideally, I want to have Upland Kingdoms be in all cities in Upland. With the release, I've now expanded to Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and Kansas City, along with the first two I had in there, Dallas and Arlington. Ideally, I want to have all cities in place. I just have to make sure the server that's running the game is, not going to melt underneath the load.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's really exciting. I know you're really busy, and I've been trying to get you on here, and I totally understand. Thank you so much for your time coming in and telling a little bit more. And I can't wait to see it as it updates.
Yeah. Just keep an eye on the website or the Discord. Every week, I try to put out a dev diary talking about what I've been working on or what I plan to do over the next week.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much, Grom. This was amazing. And
Thank you,
kitty cat.
Yeah.
Now we also have Desjack here. Oh my God. Thank you so much for joining us, aka Robin. She came out with the Desjack, come on in and talk about your, there you go.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, you asked me to talk. I'm at the same time like consulting with my team if I'm allowed to say certain stuff. I'm like, guys, you have to come online now. I'm now on the podcast.
Give it all.
I'll just give it up. Yeah, we won the hackathon. It was so exciting.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. I think I didn't really react super happy. Like I was like, yay,
You were
thank
shocked.
you.
You were in shock.
Shak, like thank you. But I was so jet lagged at the moment when they announced it. But still super happy with it. And I like if it were up to me, we would say like, yes, we're going to have it live like right this second, but it's unfortunately not how apparently development works. We still have to do certain testing and some other stuff that needs to be developed, but we promise to get it out at some point, and I'm hoping that we will make the deadline of making it this year. And in the meantime, we have a website up. My team didn't give a go for me to share this, but I'm going to do it anyways because no answer is yes, right? So it's blockraiders.me, and to at least share a bit of what we are doing, we're going to try to take it like as make it as transparent as possible, because it's actually like the fund we got is from the community. That's a bit how I feel, is like we got 10K to make something for everyone, so we're trying to like get that up as good as we can. But super excited, and I think I want to do a shout out to Ready Player Me, who's been amazing during this process, because I think it's a great project when we look at metaverse and game development out there. I believe like in that very much, and they're also been super helpful of us already, even though even before we won the hackathon. So shout out to them.
That's congrats. So you can't give us a date, but sometime this year we can hope.
I hope I will be a bit, we can be a bit more specific, but I don't want to be like Upland where we
I know
that's very smart.
This is coming, and that everyone has like super high expectations, and then it doesn't come. So we are going to be very trying to be as difficult word, specific as we can be. And I think what will be up first is some playtests. So once we are feeling that it's secure enough to share with everyone, we will hopefully be back at the podcast looking for some playtesters. So
that'll be cool.
Absolutely. We're happy to share any information you got anytime, for sure.
Yes, definitely. Thank you for coming
thanks for having me on here. It's like my first time. I tried last week, but then I got COVID.
Yeah, you were really sick. You're feeling a little better?
I'm feeling super better since
that's
like
good.
Yesterday.
That's really good. Awesome. Thank you so much. I mean, we have Shak, do you want to say a few things about ladies soccer? Are there any interesting tidbits? I know I'm putting you on the spot. I'm so sorry.
No problem. We are planning to launch in blah blah blah. We want to launch with the FIFA Women's World Cup, which is on July 20th. And so we need to hurry and get our addresses in for the dev shop locations. So all week I have been talking to nodes and reaching out to people to see who wants us.
I do. Me too.
So
Is there any particular cities you're still waiting for?
Yes.
To narrow it down?
Yes, I'm trying to find one in Berlin, Birmingham, Cleveland, Dallas, Rutherford, and that's where we're at. Oh, and Fresno.
Fresno, Uplando should be able to hook you up for Fresno.
Yeah, I was just looking at Woodward Park and wondering, I was going to reach out to Uplando here.
I know a guy.
So, what do you consider a node for Cleveland?
Well, so basically, ideally we would like a community, right? That's more than one person. We have some lone wolves that are building their own nodes who reach out, but it's not entirely clear to me how we would be able to communicate with the community or how the community would communicate with each other to form events. So I am interested in hearing from anyone that thinks they've got a great idea, but yeah, ideally it would be a community that feels motivated to have Ladies Dev Shop in their neighborhood.
Yeah, reach out to Banana. He's got the Gay Av initiative in Cleveland, and also there's Bocchio and Slav and a few others that have the Super Miles United. They have their own node area in Cleveland as well. So
I did reach out to Slav, and Slav said that they don't do anything in their node, and
try reach out to me because all my people sold out and are no longer in Upland. So
Did they? I'm still holding Banana.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, DM, hey, you want to buy my Gay Av? And I'm like, I'm broke right now. And they're like, well, that's not what your UPX balance says. I'm like, look, it can't just be me.
Yes, but yeah, if you can't get in touch with Bok, just send me a DM and I'll hook you up. He may be interested in that because I know he's got something really cool going on there too. So
in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks, Ben.
No worries.
Yeah. So we're excited. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you so much, Shak, for sharing with us. You said July 20th, right?
That's right.
Nice. We'll say hopefully.
Hopefully, because yes, it's up to Upland. Once we submit the addresses, then yeah.
That's awesome. I can't wait.
Thank you.
Still is in there. Woo woo.
Oh yeah. Do you guys want to know what is? No, that'll take too long.
Yeah, they could
announce
just
it later.
Yeah, they could just drool when they see it.
All right.
And now we're on to last but not least, one of my favorites, totally biased because I'm part of this project, Uplando with Uplandia.
Holy smokes, what's going on?
Holy smokes.
Holy smokes, yikes. Yeah, hey, thank you so much for having me on. I'm new to the UDU. No, I'm just kidding. A couple of things really quickly from like the Genesis stuff, because I saw Joe. It like some of my favorite moments in recalling that was Joe winning. What was it? Was it a
the raffle thing?
Yeah,
the raffle. He was in the bathroom.
But it was a totem. Like it was a totem, and
yeah,
he was like, "No, wait," and then Joe came in, and it was like an eruption.
He's here. Don't go to the next one. And then Joe just walks in. Everybody starts clapping for him. That was a great moment.
That would have been funny.
It was awesome. A killer moment, Joe. I loved it. It was so good.
Right
So good. And Joe was the first person I saw this time around for Genesis. So we were standing in line. It was good stuff. It was very good. And then I think I got the worst shooting score. Satoshi hooked me up. I was over there trying to aim. He was like, "No, man, that's the ground. You're supposed to be shooting at the targets, not the ground." So
it was rough,
yeah.
not gonna lie. Not the worst score of the day, but it was rough.
So do check it out. It's fun. I always enjoy seeing what Satoshi's got going on with the guys for X. So very excited for everybody. And for those who think that any of us are in competition, it couldn't be further from the truth. No. We like to be competitive, but it's not really like we're after each other. So even if projects cross into the concept of the idea, we're still all trying to build each other up in the community. So I think that's the point to be made here. And I enjoy seeing all the creativity in there. And that's where Uplandia that's where we'll segue into this, because it's the thing that we wanted to do is we've watched how the utility and people, there is utility in Upland, but it's not the utility people are really, thirsty for, starving for. So one of the things that we did with Uplandia, with Noise and myself, is to bring that just all out on the table as fast as we possibly can. So out of the gate, you're able to leverage your properties in Fresh Meadows, which still has mintable properties over there in Queens. And then you're playing this fantasy-based RPG, text and visual, to go back and forth to make your pathway through as an adventure. And what we started doing really early on was reaching out to the Uplanders. So it's more about the collaborative spirit between Uplanders that are even as new as 2 to 3 weeks in the game to those who have 2 and 3 years in the game. And we're giving them the opportunity of a pathway to streams of revenue. I mean, at this time, we are close upon 1 million UPX payout, and we're just in open beta. And that's with one utility that is into the trading post. So offering your information, your assets, your goods that are already natively in the game, these are assets that you, as you're adventuring, that you acquire. Those are then available for you to put in the trading post for UPX or for the in-game currency gold. UPX in your wallet can be transferred over to Upland, and you can spend it as you please. The next level of this is going to be the utility for structures. For any asset that you have in your Upland wallet, you're going to be able to leverage those in Uplandia. And the opening of the different cities, we went a route that we're working with those leadership roles in nodes that have put their blood, sweat, and tears into Upland and have built their nodes to a really incredible core offering for what they have. So we reached out to those who we felt were in the early adopters who had come into the game, like just popped over, started playing, and it inquired to us. So we are happy to announce that Morecheese is our first official expansion in Bronxdale. And the thing about this is people were saying, well, it's AI art and you guys are, it's not real art. The funny thing about that is that we were on the innovation track, so I don't know how more innovative you can be with using the technology of today and working with that. But the highlight is on the communities, the nodes, and the artists who are already established NFT artists or just starting to get their artwork in the game. They have the ability, as Morecheese has done, to create specific artwork, collaborate with us on their story. So it's a big world, and we've got a lot to do, and we're testing the node now. So if you don't own property over there, don't fret. There's going to be many different areas that will be opened up officially, and anybody who's interested, just direct message me. I think that's about there. Cheese, what else am I missing? I would be missing.
Should I show one of my art pieces?
Absolutely. Show it all. Yeah. This is cool because I spent so much time with Angela on this to really refine what we're doing. But again, this is just the first of, I would say, a dozen or more. And we have things in the mix that we're not ready to reveal yet or put out. But by the end of the year, we project 6 to 12 expansions for Uplandia. And that is everything from individual players to full on node settlement integration. And that's, when you look at that, you're talking about streams of revenue that are unique to those areas. So these are pieces of art that I love. Can I give away some of the story? Morecheese, can I give away some?
Yeah, so but don't give it all, but give some.
You know, the beauty of fantasy is, and the time frame of fantasy is, that you get to work with us to collaborate on what your vision of expressing yourself and your artwork is in the world of Uplandia. And Morecheese had this great idea to blend a settlement that has both humans and bovine dairy cows that are of the same intelligence, and they both accept each other, and they walk around in the world, and you interact with smart cows. So you get to go on adventures and do things, and you get to choose if you're good, bad, or neutral. So there are forces at play, and there will be a big challenge that comes up where everyone is involved in a massive, decision to make. What decision will you make? Will you be bad? Will you be good? What forces will you choose? And who will come out on top? So a lot to do, a lot to go through. We're really excited, obviously.
And I'll give another little sneaky peeky. The way the cows became as smart as the humans, there's a reason for that. And there's a quest in Bronxdale that you will have to go through to A, figure that out, and B, see what good and evil came from it.
Yeah, the story is in depth. And it's, again, it's we're on, I would even say this, and I'm going to give too much away. Our next expansions, the next 2 expansions, I don't know, you might find some apparitional things that are going on. You never know. You could find some red cloth laying around as you adventure. You never know what's going to happen. And then also, we're developing, this is going to sound insane, but we're developing on a legacy platform. Okay, we knew that when we went into it. We will evolve this, and we have room to grow. So if you can wrap your mind around where we're headed with this, it's going to evolve quickly. We're going to do it as fast as we possibly can. And we hope it's entertaining, and we really appreciate it. I'll drop the link, and that's all I have, Angela, unless you have anything else.
That's awesome. No, that's awesome. Keep some mystery to it. And this is the game that's already out there. Like, you can actually go into the Discord and start playing. I showed you guys a little bit of gameplay. It's very straightforward. It walks you through everything. The quests walk you through everything. The Discord is very active, but very like, the people are so friendly and great. They'll walk you through it. They'll give you advice, but not too much, because you can actually buy advice in the game, which is cool. There have been people who made over 100K UPX from the game already within a week. There's so many ways that you can use things to your advantage. Like, something as simple as planting the salt and planting potatoes, like I just did. 5 minutes, I have to go get my oat, and then you can make soup that you could then sell for UPX. It's giving you utility. And if the first place is Fresh Meadows, if you own a property in Fresh Meadows, it's really inexpensive right now to get second market as well. I bought all mine second market because I can't be arsed to go travel to Fresh Meadows. It's like 10 and 15K UPX. Then you can actually build a house in Uplandia, and using that property, you don't have to use the public farm. You don't have to use the inn to sleep. You could save money by having it there, by switching to Geico. Sorry.
Yeah. Jesus. I want to put one little dovetail onto that. What you build in Uplandia, when you sell the property in Upland, those assets go with the property.
Yes.
So immediately you have benefit added value in just by building, because it transfers over. And that's what a lot of players are doing. And I will say this, our goal by the end of the year, this is a lofty goal. We want to pay out 10 million UPICs to players by the end of this year. And that's what we're doing. This is to help players. It's not to pad the pockets of what would otherwise be the core ownership team in Uplandia, because that will come. It is actually bringing the utility that players want and giving them a return. Everybody knows Satoshi goes on and tells us when he first met me, he looked at my divs and said, "Son, we got to talk." But
yes,
that's what we learn as we go through. And so we're building upon that, which is the tokenomics and the value added benefit of having your assets earn you something. So I'm really excited, obviously, and thank you so much for having us on, guys.
No worries. It smells like layer 2 play to earn to me. And just like we're doing this weekend with the X, for all of these projects that are kicking off, as they get more established and they're ready to share more, that's kind of the beauty of having 2 shows. We can take deep dives into that, long form content without time restrictions of me needing to get to work and whatnot. Speaking of which, we got to kick things along. There's a few Uplandish things to touch on. We'll just blitz through those. We did have the Berlin collection reveal, which was cool. Now, I kind of stuck to my game plan here. We're only minted 4 properties in Berlin, and I got back on the airplane and got the hell out of there. Whoa, what do you know? Those 4 properties just had to be in Tiergarten. So I cleaned up there for exclusives.
right.
But then that meant that I didn't have any for the generic Berlin collection. So I purchased 3 on the secondary market that were actually at mint value. And then I had a look at Upex World and saw that there was a bunch in, however you say this, Alexanderplatz. There was a bunch there unminted. So I flew over and minted a nice collection there for the dividends as well. So
Nice.
I think that's kind of that's a tactic that I'm going to stick to for the short term, except for Tokyo. I'm going to do a bit more in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, if you do want to get involved in Tokyo, as I mentioned last week, start saving now because it's going to be pricey. I've started a kind of a thing where I have to keep myself accountable, a savings target within the UDU server. So, Brabant, I believe, smacked me last night for going under my budget. So thank you for that. Keep me in check. So yes, I know some people just absolutely cleaned up. Somebody architect got a whole bunch of ultra rares or something. So there's still lots of good information.
Artificial artists.
Yeah. So with who is it? Banana does guides, analytic assassins. There's a whole bunch of people that do guides. So as we always say, the value in Upland is the community. Well, yeah, it goes a lot deeper than what that just says on the surface as well. If you get engaged in the community and you get little lines of information, just don't go chasing the FOMO dragon because you will get wrecked. All right, we have the Sao Paulo expansion. What do you think, Cheese? You going to go back over there? Does this interest you?
No.
No.
But I'm glad. I'm happy for it. I'm grateful for it even.
Yep.
Because they could have put something really cool out. I know there's some people that will be taking advantage of this, very smart people who are flippers, and I say go for it. Wow, 32,000 properties.
32,000 properties, 7 new neighborhoods. So yeah, I'll have a look at this after collection reveal. If there's limiteds or maybe even exclusives or rares, that'll kind of tempt me. But yeah, if you're a new player getting established in the game, that's probably something that you might want to check out, especially if you're an FSA person. I don't know. FSA agents, are they still a thing? I haven't used one for ages.
I think it is.
They are, but it's not the same.
No.
Yeah.
And one of the things about the Sao Paulo expansion, and they actually said it in the second paragraph there, is the fact that this is kind of a nod to the partnership with Stock Car Pro and Los Grandes Esports. And so there is actually some value to Sao Paulo in terms of, so I'm probably going to end up going just to see if I can get it anywhere near Stock Car Pro tracks and things like that.
That's a good point, Dak. Thanks for mentioning that. So yeah, like if you're interested in the racing and the stock car partnership, definitely get yourself over there.
Absolutely. All right, what else we got here? I got a few more tabbies. The NFT portal, I think we covered that, didn't we? It is very, like, even the steps here within the Upland article, it's pretty convoluted. So I would wait for smarter people like Uplando and that put these awesome step-by-step guides through. Wait for those, and don't put anything in that is extremely high value when you're testing these things out. Start small, work small. Double check your numbers, because once you start playing around with MetaMasks and that, you can get yourself in a world of trouble if you don't know what you're clicking on.
Yeah.
Don't get wrecked. What else we got? Oh yes, need to mention this. Thank you to everybody that has jumped in with the Midtown Terrace push we've got going on at the moment. There is a competition well, not really a competition, it's more of an event. If you have a Midtown Terrace build, if you switch your home residence there between pretty much now and the 5th of July, you'll earn yourself a free Samurai Surfer statue. I was up last night doing it the night before. I was reaching out to DMs, and I think I might have mentioned before we kicked off, it has reinvigorated a few people who'd kind of stepped away from Upland. Getting pinged about this, so that's cool to see. Yes, so if you are in the UDU team and you don't have a Midtown Terrace property, hit me up and I can sling you one as well as part of it. A few people have taken me up on that. Now, what is this all for? Well, we just wanted to see what a push like this could actually do to the stats. And if we jump on over to the stats at the official Upland stats, we have boosted up to 4th place. So 13.2. Still well behind Howard Beach, of course, who's way out in front, and Century City. They've got big pushes going on at the moment. Some people I reached out to said, yeah, I'd love to be involved, but I'm already signed up with Howard Beach or Century City. That's fine. I mean, as these things progress, you're going to find a lot of people are jumping backwards and forwards into different areas to help each other out. I think YK 2012 had a video where be a metaverse nomad. Like, we're doing a giveaway here. Like, if you get involved with us for this, what is essentially about a week, well, you're going to get a free outdoor decor ornament map asset. So there'll be plenty of different neighborhoods doing similar things like that. And I'm sure we'll have our friend Rodrigo on at the end of the month to give us the heads up on how that's all went. I did do a bit of a sneaky peeky before, and it was interesting to see the uptick. Maybe I can click on it. Oh, no, it's going to reload. God damn my laptop. There we go. Yeah, Midtown Terrace. So yeah, pretty significant uptick since we had that event. So we started off, in the 13.26 range, and now we're up into the 13.27. Hang on, no, that was lower. Maybe it's the point before. Yes, but still, as you can see, still well behind Howard Beach and Century City. We'll probably overtake Monero. I know there's a bunch of people that I've reached out to recently, and they're going to jump over the next couple of days. So it's interesting to see that amount of effort. Yes, it definitely moved our worm, but did it move it a lot? No, not really. So it just goes to show that, when you look at Howard Beach's progress, like, they have done a significant amount of work over a very long period. Century City's been pretty stable, like a lot of work early on, and then just maintained it. So it's all valuable information, because again, we don't have the official rules from Upland. We don't know how to actually fully maximize the scores. So just a bit of fun. So thank you for everybody that's jumped on over to do that. Now, that's all I really had to touch on. Oh no, oh my gosh, I nearly forgot. Is Detech in? Detech man, are you there? Are you there?
I
Is he
don't
here?
see him. Let me see if I could.
All right, well, I'll just follow this. Now, Detech does have, speaking of giving away stuff and whatnot, Detech is running a very awesome competition in his Detech's workshop server, Discord server. I'll just run through it now. Look at he's done with the artwork there. That's funny. Hello, friends. So Detech said, it's time for a big contest. It has been a little over a year since he started learning 3D, and it has been wild. He couldn't hold back and make a bragging post about it in Upland recently. Okay, so there's that there. Detech wants to commemorate this Upland Genesis year and say his thanks to everyone who's been following and supporting, plus his birthday is coming up. Oh, there you go. So he's got 2 contests going. Number 1 raffle is his personal contest, and number 2 is a bonus one from Samurai Aquatics. Now, at the risk of clicking on these and finding out what to do, I know he's given away cars, he's given away outdoor decor. He put all these prizes together, and Cheese and I were like, "Are you sure you want to give away all this stuff?"
I know, yeah, he's going crazy.
Yeah, so cars, outdoor decor, a whole bunch of stuff there, NFTs, and all you have to do is get on over to Detech's workshop and check it out. I think you click a link, or there's another one where you can buy a piece of outdoor decor and go in the running. So I'll put the link in the description. Make sure you go over there and check it out. There's still plenty of time to get involved in that. All right. Anything else you want to touch on, Cheese? We don't have Jazzy Jazz in, so we're going to have to do some dictation.
Well, wait. I mean,
We've still got some time, so if you want to squeeze, if anybody wants to squeeze something in.
Oh yeah, they are. Uplando just put a contest on Twitter. If you enter, you're entered to win. Follow yet? Get over there and follow. All right, so if you follow on Twitter, you have a chance to. You'll be entered to win a Bronxdale property and 50K UPX, a quest of your own in Uplandia.
Well, I'm
so
gonna do
that.
Do that right
Satoshi
now.
just followed.
So
I also
that's
see
at Uplandia RPG.
Yep.
So
Yep. All you're gonna do is follow. Those are 3 separate prizes. So somebody's gonna get the Bronxdale prop. If you look at the floor, oh my gosh, and then 50K and a quest of your own. So that's all you gotta do. Just click the follow.
Nice.
Now I see Elijah posted something. Elijah, you want to talk on this real quick?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah.
Hey, Elijah, what's up?
Hey. Bleurain is hosting a game night over in the Real Node LA's arcade this weekend. We're gonna be giving away a Series 2 car, as well as 100K UPX and 25 Spark for 4 days. So it's gonna be pretty fun over in the arcade. Come out and show some support. No cost or anything like that involved. Just hanging out.
Nice.
Yeah, love it. Like there's so
I'll
many
be there.
giveaways.
Yeah.
So many ways to, earn just by getting involved in the community. It's awesome.
Like if you know any new players who you want to get into Upland and they can afford a property in Fresh Meadows, even if they don't need to, they could just go into the Uplandia, they could go into Elijah's thing, they could go into anything and just win these contests, just point them in the right direction, because there's so many things out there where they can benefit from.
Absolutely, fruity, lootly. All right,
25
Cheese.
Spark, that's good.
I think we good, are we, to do some dictation? Like I said, bear with us here. This is going to be pretty convoluted. We don't have our Jazzy Jazz in.
Yeah.
Normally
Oh
she
shoot.
sends us
Okay.
Normally
Yeah.
she sends us the link, so I don't know. She must be on holidays again or cooking up a feast. I have to wait.
She told me, but I forgot.
All right. All right. Who we got in today, Cheese?
All right. So we have Brian, Caesar, Shelter, Cody, Dak, Daniel, Desjack, Eric, Essay,
Apologies if I'm spelling these horrendously.
Finn,
Oh, I did that. I'll fix that. Finn Man.
Happy, Maui, Mesme. And I missed you, Mesme. I haven't seen you in a bit, so I love seeing you here. Elijah, Agency, Satoshi, Sean, Shak, Sir, Joe, Tara. I'm happy to see you here
Tara?
too. We met in Genesis week.
Oh, spelt that
He's
horrendously.
awesome.
Apologies.
TB,
Yep.
CJ, and Uplando.
Anybody missed? Speak now. Forever hold your peace.
Never hold your peace. Oh, Laban is here too, both on my phone
Laban.
today. So get him in there. Thank you, Maui.
Anybody else?
Can you put me on again?
No, I love you so much, Cody.
No soup for you.
No soup for you.
All right, chat clear. We're good.
Yes.
Nobody screaming in chat. All right, let's see who's going to play. And hope the foot's resting up there. Mesby, oh, you just missed out. Oh, look at that. Satoshi man, you get to play.
Oh, give that guy a cigar.
All right, let's see what Satoshi's going to win. Let me switch over to the other one. I don't know.
I
why
never win
placed-
anything. This is awesome.
Well, you're
Look at that.
guaranteed to win a prize today. How's that?
Yeah.
Go.
Now, I did put for 4 of these Halloween signs, I did put the buy 2 as we mentioned last week. So some of them, there's a couple of buy 1s, but there is also some buy 2s.
Yeah,
Let's
those
see what
Halloween
Satoshi's going to win.
They're in high demand.
Satoshisview is going to win. He wins a. It's ticked over, has it? Oh, he did 2 buy Halloween signs.
And
Let's
those
go.
aren't for sale, so we only
They
give those
cannot-
out as prizes.
They cannot.
People
be
have tried
purchased.
to buy them from us, but we say no.
Yes. All right, Satoshi, I'll contact you in DM and work out how we can get those to you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Congrats.
All right. We've got another 5 minutes. If anything else has anything they want to spam, I know there was a lot of Metaventures approved. I'm now the runner of 4 Metaventures. We've got, of course, the Samurai Aquatics Décor store in San Francisco. There's one in Chicago and LA showrooms. Haven't stocked those yet. And I also have a Block Explorer shop now in San Francisco, Midtown Terrace, called Midtown Terrace. Lots of bargains there at the floor.
Yeah, you got great prices there. Really great prices.
Had a bunch of sales too, which has been cool.
Nice. Oh, and I'm getting more sales in the Bronx. People are seeing that we have a Samurai Aquatics in the Bronx, a location there. So if you are an East Coaster, you can now purchase Samurai Aquatics, map assets, outdoor decor, whatever you want to call it, in the Bronx. So come on over to Bronxdale and get your outdoor decor now.
Yes, and I'll be stocking the LA and Chicago showrooms probably maybe towards next month, because I'm actually trying to break the San Francisco factory at the moment. So I'm just holding out to do a little test there.
I need to go there, Elijah. I saw it. I saw your update on it, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so awesome. He has that's in your spatial, right, Elijah?
Yep. We have a mall, the Upland Players Mall and Spatial. You could just go into Spatial and search Upland Mall or the Real Node Mall. You could spend UPIX. There's an ATM in there. You can exchange your UPIX and actually spend it right in there. It's pretty cool. You can actually race go-karts around the mall. You can jump them into the mall. You can race them in VR and on your phone. And that's pretty wild.
Yeah, I haven't been in there in so freaking long. I need to see all the updates because you are beast with updating that spatial area, and like you are like the Genesis spatial of Upland. You have that title, which is awesome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Look, check since the updates, the Ethereum bridge, you can now, so I exported my Block Explorer onto Ethereum, right? And now you can bring that Block Explorer from Ethereum into Spatial, the official wallet way. So you can actually post your Block Explorer on your wall as wall art, and it looks pretty good. So it's pretty cool. I did it already.
That is really cool. I gotta go see this. After here, I'm gonna have some toast and I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah, that's
cool. Cool.
Awesome. You're awesome, man. I love that.
All right. Unless anybody has anything else to share, I will do a quick QIPS. Now, if you don't know what QIPS are, QIPS stands for Questions, Insights, Provocations, and Statements. If at any stage you have some Upland or UDU related QIPS that we could dive into on the UDU podcast, let us know via the Google form, link in the description. They can be submitted anonymously, but if you include your Upland in-game name, we'll sling your prize. This week's QIPS was sent through by Rodrigo. He sent it through a week or two ago, actually, but we haven't had a chance to do it. He says, so you guys said that you moved 100 plus map assets from Midtown Terrace into Bronxdale, but it was a move from Metaventure to Metaventure. So he'd love to see if we can move half of those to a regular property and wait 3 to 4 days to see if it gets reflected in the ratings, and thus Metaventure stock would not count on them, ? Yeah, we're not sure. That's very easy to say, move half of 100 assets, but my gosh, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
So-
it's a lot of freaking work.
Yes, I'm not. I really have no idea. Somebody mentioned, because Midtown Terrace is chock full of outdoor decor. I would imagine that there's some kind of limit to that per residence. Like if you're a resident, there's probably a limit to how much you can max out. And obviously, clearly, I would have mine maxed out because my home residence in Midtown Terrace is chock full of cars and all sorts of stuff. So I don't know. So yes, that sounds like a good idea, Rodrigo, but man, that's a lot of work for a little test. So I might put a pin in that one. Thank you for sending it through. You've won yourself a Halloween sign just for doing that.
Also, I put something in the chat there. If you have spare spark looking for a home, that is the area where the X has their oh my God, words.
The
where they
massive
have
factory.
their fat, yeah. So if you can help them out, put whatever you can there. Put a few spark, it'll go a long way. You know, help them out so they can help us out. You know.
Yes. The first of the Giga Chad factories. Oh no, this is their custom one, isn't it? It's a different thing. It's not the stock standard one. I believe this is custom thing. Yeah. So 3000 E Pioneer Way in Arlington, Texas. Get on over there and help out if you can.
Yes, please.
Thanks for that shout out.
Oh,
No
definitely,
worries.
definitely.
All right, that's all I've got, Cheese, and I got to run. So get us the flock out of here, please.
Stay fresh cheese bags.
Waiting.
Are you looking for some of that quality outdoor decor? But you got no freaking idea where to go? Oh, come on over to Samurai Aquatics and Décor for all your outdoor decor needs. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do you? Yeah, just delete that. I'm still not ready, sorry. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do you? Or maybe some kind of crappy ramshackle building that, I don't know, needs a bit of extra spunk to it or something. And stop mucking about and get yourself over to Samurai Aquatics Discord to see all our available stock. We've got loads of different decor to spend your pretend money on. We've got saunas to fire you up and ice baths to chew you the fudge out. Literally stock coming out of our ears. Grills, swings, seating and more. So much more. And if we don't got it, give us a buzz and we could probably make it. Get yourself on over to Samurai Aquatics at 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace, San Francisco, lickety split, and gorge yourself on outdoor decor.